Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
There were suspects who had not been apprehended. And at that time, I thought, you know, we'll just lock the door. You never know. They could come.
A quick-thinking businesswoman helped in the arrest of a shooting suspect today in Moorhead. Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. The Fargo Street Crimes Unit and Moorhead Police swarmed an area after reports of gunshots near Romkey Park and the Moorhead Pool this afternoon.
One person was injured, but police say not from a gunshot. Two people have been arrested. Alfred Lamar, he's 27 years old, and Lawrence Leslie Jr., he's 25. Two others are being held tonight for questioning. Valley News Team's Ashley Bishop joins us live from where one of the individuals was caught. Ashley?
Here at a place for hope, we're just 4 blocks away from the cultural center where the shooting happened. A man involved in the shooting was caught here at this location. Now, the executive director spoke exclusively with me today. She said after they heard of the shooting, they went into lockdown, and that smart decision led to helping police.
So I locked our door and told the members that if our friends showed up, they were welcome to come in, but that if we didn't recognize who was at the door, that we weren't going to let them in.
Just minutes after Clark locked the door, an unfamiliar man walked into the building and tried to get into the Recovery and Wellness Center.
Took it really well. He kind of waved to us to let him in. We do have a glass window, and I kind of did this number to him, and he waved us off, and he stayed in the inside entryway, the foyer of the building.
Clark said the man matched the description of who police were looking for. She called police immediately and then told police how to catch the man. Moments later, police showed up and arrested him.
And when they snuck up on him, he didn't have nowhere to go. Yep.
So what happened?
And then when we looked, they had him in front of that door down on the ground, and they were set tasers and guns on them.
If it wasn't for the media doing their job and notifying the public, that I wouldn't have known. So I'm thankful for that, that gives us an opportunity to be prepared and to be able to be safe.
If it wasn't for her acting quick like she did, he would have been inside the building, and I can't, fathom what would have happened.
Now, this was Clark's second day on the job. She says she plans in the future to have some lockdown drills. Now, neighbors nearby the cultural center did talk to me off camera, and they said that they suspect it was probably a drug deal because similar things have happened in that area before. In Moorhead, Ashley Bishop, Valley News Live.
And we asked that question to local authorities. They have not indicated whether drugs were involved, but they believe this may all have started as an armed robbery attempt. Stay with Valley News Live and valleynewslive.com for updates on this story throughout tonight.
Well, another quiet and cooler day out there, even some clear skies finally. Let's head over to Hutch Johnson to see how the rest of our Tuesday is going to go. Hutch?
It looks like we're going to stay very quiet here in the valley into western Minnesota as we enjoy dry conditions. The smoke even giving us a day off, although we do have some haze returning to some of the valley. Most of that is confined well out to the west. By tomorrow night, though, our northern counties look like they could have a chance. The NOAA model that forecasts smoke and particulate matter dispersal in our atmosphere shows that it could increase up north. Tonight, thunderstorms in the western Dakotas stay out west. So this evening, as we cool quickly, thanks to dry air over us right now, it does look dry. Now, it won't stay dry for the next 7 days. I'll have details on some showers, some heat, and some haze, along with smoke in your forecast. Details in a few minutes.
It sure is summer.
It is.
All right, thank you, Hutch.
Local teens are improving their driving abilities over the next couple of days. More than 120 teenagers are participating in Ford's Driving Skills for Life. The program has newly permitted and licensed drivers learning from professional instructors. They cover vehicle handling, space management, and the dangers of distracted driving. Teens were able to drive fast, lose control of their car, and then learn how to regain control. The program has been running for 12 years, but this is the first time in North Dakota.
By no means are they perfect drivers. I always like to say learning to drive successfully is a lifelong learning process. So it's a step in the process. But we know over 12 years we've received hundreds of testimonials where they might have remembered one thing and it saved them in a crash. And that's really our goal.
Teens were also shown what drunk driving can do to them and others. Yesterday was the 3-year anniversary when the Ducha family was hit by a drunk driver on I-94. Aaron, Allison, Brielle, and their unborn child all died. Allison's father was at the course today talking with teens about how this has impacted their family.
night at 7:20, where this horrible event happened. And so needless to say, yesterday was a very, very difficult day for our family. A lot of tears shed. It was, the thoughts and feelings never go away. Hurt and tears are still there.
Michelson says he hopes the card display makes teens understand what can happen from the senseless act of drinking and driving. 2 more driving skills classes are being offered tomorrow. You can register online. Click on this story to learn more.
The Pennington County Sheriff's Department in Thief River Falls is searching for a man now charged in a deadly car crash in May. Authorities are looking for Scott Zuransky. He faces a felony charge of criminal vehicular homicide. It's alleged he was under the influence of meth when he crashed his vehicle into a car driven by Jacob Kasprowicz of Warren, who died at the scene of the crash. If you have any information about Zuransky's location, you're asked to call the Sheriff's Department.
The wait continues for an update on Owen Skoji, and the Hennepin County Medical Examiner says they aren't expecting anything until later this month. The examiner's report is important because they hope is that they can establish a timeline of when and where the injuries may have occurred. He was found unresponsive at a West Fargo daycare and later died from what authorities say was blunt force trauma to the head.
A Moorhead Park was heavily vandalized over the holiday weekend. The Heritage Garden and Woodlawn Park is located near 6th Avenue South in Moorhead. The vandals uprooted plants, tore up landscape fabric, and stole about a dozen light fixtures that were in 3-foot-high bases. A water spigot was also left out that ultimately washed out grass seed. Anyone with information that may be able to help with identifying the people responsible for this asked to call the Red River Regional Dispatch Center. The number is 701-451-7660.
NASA has accepted a proposal by UND students to build a CubeSat, a miniature satellite. Next month, a miniature satellite that's being built by UND's computer science students will be blasted into space and taken to the International Space Station. Then it's going to be put into orbit. The satellite is about the size of a shoebox.
Absolutely. I mean, the notion of the space launch really has been something that's really driven this project. So it's really exciting to have it come to fruition to the point where, we can now kind of see that that goal being very much in sight and in reach.
Looks pretty good on the resume, too, doesn't it?
I would imagine it probably will.
Straub adds that they're trying to reduce the cost of miniature satellites from $250,000 to just $5,000. UND's miniature satellite could be flying through space over Grand Forks next year. It'll be transmitting pictures back to UND's Aerospace Center.
It's Tuesday, and that means it's time for another restaurant report card. This week, we take a look at the Red River Valley Fair. Coming up on Valley News Live 10 at 10, Valley News Team's Christine Stanwood takes a look at which food stands are serving up clean eats and which need to clean up their act.
A splash of summer hits Madison Park in Fargo today. Some families getting to cool off with some wet and wild fun for a cost that was certainly hard to beat. Water games, squirt gun fights, and a bubble area were some of the many activities for kids today. And admission to the Madison Pool and Splash Pad, that was free, in addition to free food and pop. Now, today's event was put on by the Fargo Park District and Pepsi as part of Pepsi's Appreciation Day.
The Moorhead Housing Snapshot was released today, and it shows that building activity is on the rise. In Moorhead, 368 new housing units have been permitted for construction. That includes 128 single-family attached and detached homes, 15 buildings of 2 to 4 units, and 225 multifamily apartments. Total residential new construction value year to date, $45.4 million compared to $21.4 million at this time in 2014. Now, if you're looking to buy a home, there are currently 153 Moorhead homes up for sale on multiple listing services, and about 15% of those are new homes under construction. And don't forget, Wheel of Fortune's coming to Fargo, and you could be a contestant. The Wheelmobile event's taking place during 2 special days of contestant searches. The event is sponsored by Shooting Star Casino. It's taking place at Shields Arena this weekend, July 11th and 12th. The doors open at 11 a.m. For details and rules, you can visit our site at valleynewslive.com. There's a banner at the top of our homepage.
Sounds like fun.
It does.
Speaking of fun, later on Valley News Live at 6, the Red River Fairgrounds are busy, where you can find out about this year's lineup.
Pretty good weather for fairgoers as we head through the next couple of days. Your hour-by-hour forecast and extended outlook on our chances of thunder, smoke, and heat. It's Coming up next.